there, so let's go over our electric assist and how to charge and care for the battery and things to look for on this. On our PedalTrucks, there's a place for the drive battery on the frame storage tray. On the Pedicabs, they'll be stored in the underseat storage. We highly recommend to remove the battery anytime it's time to charge. Unfasten it, unplug it from your wiring, let's bring it out. So for charging the battery, we recommend charging it outside of the vehicle. It's important to charge it supervised, and you don't have to necessarily watch a battery charge for a few hours. That's not fun. Just that you're in the vicinity of it and awake, if any problems do arise. Put it in a fire safe area. Out on the concrete floor is kind of the minimal of what would be accepted. We recommend a fireproof enclosure, some type of metal box. A small barbecue grill is an excellent and commonly available option. Some of the worst things for the battery's health will be extreme temperatures. Charging in high temperatures is going to increase risk of fire. Charging or storing in extremely low temperatures, below freezing, is just not going to be good for the health of the battery and its longevity and how many charges it's going to have in its lifetime. We definitely recommend having fire extinguisher nearby when charging batteries. We only recommend using chargers that are made for and recommended with lithium batteries. On our 48 volt lithium batteries that we're supplying, they have an on-off switch. Some of the earlier versions we mounted in the side of the case, or it may still just be here. If the battery doesn't turn on when plugging into the vehicle, just holding for a few seconds will turn the output of the battery on or off. On our batteries, this plug should only be used for powering the motor. The smaller plug is for charging. Most important thing is to plug the black into the black and the red into the red so that polarity stays correct. We recommend a charger that has a 2.5 amp or less output. It's a good idea to set a timer for yourself so you know when to come back and check on it. When it's in the charging mode and the battery's still pulling amperage, this charger, along with a lot of others, will have a red indicator light. Once it turns green, it should stop charging the battery. It's a good idea to go ahead at that point and unplug it. Once the battery is done charging, bring it back and plug it in on your PedalTruck or Pedicab, and then get it secured in place so that you'll be ready to ride. So once you have a charged battery, before taking off and riding, you want to do a quick visual inspection, show you what to look for. The mid-drive motor is here. You have wiring coming back to connect to the battery. Make sure everything is in place. Nothing is obviously damaged. You have wiring coming up the frame to your controls and your display, and a wire to the speed sensor on the front wheel. I'm going to show you how to check over the system before riding. This can be done just rolling through a safe area, parking lot, or if your street's not busy. It can also be done with the vehicle raised up off the ground, which we're going to do now. You can place a jack stand under here, but be aware there's the cables that run along the underside of the frame. You want to make sure that they can set in the groove and not be crushed. Also that the side of the stand doesn't get in the way of the chain. To turn on and operate this system has a power button. Once the battery is plugged in, press and hold, and your screen will come up. You'll see your battery charge level, your speed. This can be changed, what is displayed. On the bottom of your display, it shows your power assist level. This is changed with the plus and minus buttons, and it goes from 1 to 5. If any error messages show on the display, if one of the sensors or cutoff controls goes bad, it should note it here. Most important safety thing to note is to keep your fingers out of the chain if anything is running. If you're going to do anything to reinstall or service the chain, unplug the battery beforehand. If you're running the motor at all, you do want the front wheel to be turning. That's why it's important to have all 3 wheels raised. This will avoid setting a trouble code with the controller. And now with it spinning and you're still safe of the chain, you can check that it gives assist once the pedals start turning, and that it cuts off once you stop pedaling. You can check the thumb throttle. Again, all of these checks can be done riding around in a safe open space outside. And when you grab the front brake, the motor will cut off.